בצילו חימדתי, בצילו ישבתי, בצילו חימדתי ופריו מתוק לחיקי. It's part of a worship song taken from the Songs of Solomon. The words compare the beloved to an apple tree. The donkey doth protest too much, methinks. Okay. Saturday is the most important day, right? The community gathers together to hear the Word of God read publicly and to hear teaching about the Bible. And so in Luke 4, we have Jesus coming back to Nazareth, where he grew up, to the synagogue on the Sabbath day, which was his custom. He stands up to read. He's handed the scroll of Isaiah. He opens it up, and he finds the place where it is written, "Disguised hell. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up those with broken hearts, release captives, give sight to the blind, set those who are oppressed free, and declare the year of God's favor." He rolls up the scroll, he gives it back, and he sits down. And he declares to them, "Today these scriptures have been fulfilled in your hearing." Many of them are very impressed with him. They're saying, "Look at the good words, the gracious words that are coming out of his mouth." But in 2 or 3 minutes later, they're not so happy with him. They want to kill him by throwing him off of a cliff. What changes their mind? If you know Luke 4, you know that Jesus ends his little sermon with 2 stories. They're the story of how God saves a widow from starving in a famine, and how God heals Naaman of his terrible skin disease, leprosy. So these are good stories. I mean, God is doing miracles. He's saving people from their difficult circumstances. What's the problem? They're both not Jewish. Okay, now just to remind ourselves, Luke 4 happens in a synagogue, in a Jewish town, on the Sabbath day. This makes pretty much everybody present, including Jesus, Jewish. And we must remember, the Jews have been ruled, when Jesus shows up, by foreigners for most of the last 600 years. They're looking for a political Messiah. How often are we also looking for political solutions to our problems? But Jesus did not come to change the politics. Jesus came to deal with the sin in the heart of every man and every woman. And he intends to throw the doors wide open. He's talking about saving people like Naaman. Naaman wasn't just not Jewish, remember. Naaman was the general of the enemy army. Wait, Jesus. What exactly are you trying to say? You're going to heal and save these Romans who are oppressing us? This is why their reaction is quite violent. And they decide Jesus is a false Messiah, worthy of death. They take him out to kill him. Jesus is not a false Messiah. It's not his time to die. Luke very simply tells us, Jesus passes through this angry crowd, and he leaves Nazareth.